what live streaming is about?
You hit my head.
So, guys, I just want to let you know I dropped you first, but now I'm putting you back up after I broke the thermostat. This is what live streaming is about, everybody.
It's human.
I got your back. I'm getting you a tripod.
No, we're good. We're up and done. Yeah, as long as nobody hits the wall or does anything crazy.
Oh, okay. So that's
Wait, that's me. So there were a couple extra people I want to give some of these flyers to. So if you didn't get one, we'll get you if you get in the seats. There's one right in front of you. So my name is Robert C. Stern. I have a company called Social Leader. I'm going to get out of the way of this. So I've been in business now on my own for 6 years, doing social media training, coaching, everything else. Live streaming and video has been huge in my business, growing it, and also huge for many other people, but it really took place about 2-3 years ago when a lot of these things came out. So we're going to go over some of the things about live streaming, why you should be doing it, and video recording, and then we're going to get into 22 ideas. There's more, but I have the top 22 here that you could be using for your business. It's not just about, hey, I got a product, hey, I got a service. Because that's not what social media is about. So, just quick about me. I've been in marketing now for almost 30 years. Always marketing myself. I've been in the social media space for about 15 years. Coaching and training on social media for the past 7 years. I've been social media specialist. I've done international. I've actually done some speaking internationally in Canada and Australia. I've spoken many times at different conferences. My specialty is basically creating engagement and relationships on social media for business, because that's what social media is about. It's not coming on saying, tons of clients turn to me and say, when I do my social media sessions, I'll turn around and I'll say, so what do you want to get out of social media? And they're like, more sales. And I understand that, but that's the result of using social media. The social media is your tool. So are you using it for brand awareness? Are you using it to show a launch? Are you using it to be more engaged and build relationships? Those are the key things that we want to focus on with social media. The result of doing that the right way in your own individual way will lead to more sales. Go ahead. So, why live streaming and video? So these are things we're going to go over today. Why live streaming and video are the top ways to market, how easy it is now versus years ago. Has anybody done live streaming in the past couple of years? Has anybody done live streaming prior to 2012? We're going to go over what happened back then versus what is going on now. Like any other reason to market, do you have a strategy? It doesn't matter what platform you're using, what you're going to be doing on a platform, it is about the strategy. That is the key thing. You have to have a strategy, even if it's a simple one. You need to know why you're getting on there and what you're going to be doing with it. And then we're going to go over 22. There's more, but I picked 22 because I don't want to keep you here till 6 o'clock. Ideas of live streaming and video content. So, okay, I'm going to give you some stats. And I got a lot of them, as you can see. All right? All platforms are pushing live streaming to your followers. It is breaking the algorithms. The algorithms are set in place to make you pay to play. As in your Facebook page, on Twitter, everybody else, they want you to pay for their ads. But live streaming is being pushed out further because all of the major platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, which is Periscope, Instagram Live, they're all pushing your live streams out further than any other of your posts organically. That's why live streaming and video has become so intense, because it will build more organic growth for you. 81% of internet and mobile audience watched more live video this year than they did all last year. That's how fast this is moving. I mean, imagine that. We've already watched and surpassed more video this year than we've done in all of 2016. So that's how important it's become. We also have 80% would rather watch live video from a brand than read a blog. Think about that. They'd rather watch the video than read a blog. Now that doesn't mean don't blog, because there's other things you can do with those blogs with the video, but they'd rather watch a video or a live stream. 82% prefer live video of brands to other social posts, meaning your memes, your graphics, your fun sayings. I'm at Starbucks for the next 5 minutes if you'd like to stop by. Everybody remembers those on Facebook. 78% of online audience are already watching video on Facebook. And guys, just so you know, you don't have to take pictures of this, because if you leave me your business card, I will email you the whole entire slideshow.
But I can't.
What'd you say?
But I can't tweet that.
Well, you can tweet. If they tweet me, I'll send it to them. 1 in every 5 videos watched are a live stream first, not a pre-recorded video. 20% already is live stream first, and there's a reason for it. 100 million internet users watch online video every single day. Now granted, this is a skewed statistic. My daughter probably watches 900 million of them in the gymnastics, YouTube, and all the other stuff. So this is a general statement when I say the 100 million thing, because the kids' versions are in there also. It's not just business. But it is showing you the power of video, whether it's recorded or live streamed. Next one is, according to Forbes, this is a recent one, 59% of executives, oh, I skipped one, I'm sorry. In the US, online video will be responsible for 85% of domestic internet traffic. 85%, think about that. Video is bringing people to websites. It's bringing people to their pages. It's bringing people to you. And that's why it's becoming so much more important to do. And then the last one, Forbes, 59% of executives would rather watch a video than read a text. How many people are trying, and we all do it, to get that big client? I want to go work for Chevrolet and get their business. I want to go get the Home Depot. And you're always dreaming for that big one. Well, the CEOs would rather do video. And it could be a 5-minute video directly to them. You could send them a video, and they would prefer to watch that than read somebody's email or text. And that's something to think about as you're trying to go for that golden goose egg, which is hard to get, but. Okay, how easy it was years ago. Not much has changed. Believe it or not, just so you know, live streaming started in the 90s. People don't know that. Live streaming started in the 90s because people used to do concerts and sporting events. You could watch things pay-per-view type style. But you had to have so much stuff. It had to be desktop only. It had to be hardwired because, hey, 90s, there was no Wi-Fi. External cameras, external mics, and the software blew by the price that it is today. It was much higher back then than it's easy to find now. 2000s, started to get a little bit better. Still had to use desktop, hardwired. Wi-Fi started kicking in. We had some internal cameras into your laptops and things like that. You also had to be mics. The software started coming down on price because competition grew. The last part, 2010, all of a sudden desktop and phones came into play to do recorded video. We weren't on live streaming on the video yet, but you could record videos and do things. We had hardwired Wi-Fi, internal external cameras, internal external mics, and the software started becoming a little bit more inexpensive. But let's go to 2015 when Meerkat and Periscope started in March, April of 2015. That changed the world. I made so many friends from Periscope. In fact, one of my good friends is the speaker that you saw here today, who I met on Periscope, Karen Yankovich. I met her on Periscope, and that was the end of it. My life has never been the same. I'm not saying if it's good or bad. Just telling you right now. But it's true. I have made so many friends because of live streaming on these things around the world. This is now a global situation. So if you have a service or product that's local, that's great. But if you can expand out to other areas, live streaming throws you into areas you never thought of. So desktop, mobile. It's pretty much for mobile, but you can do it on desktop also. There's live streams that are saved as replays. That was never done in the past. So now you go out and do something, and you have a replay. And what's great about a replay video? Oh wait, you can download that You can spice it up maybe into a minute here, a minute there for those little golden gems, and you can tweet those and throw them on Instagram. All of a sudden, this became repurposing. I can take a 15-minute video that gives out 5 tips on social media, and I'll turn it into 100 posts for the rest of the month. Literally. Between tweets, graphics, small videos, they can go Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, all of it. It could also be transcribed. Throw it to a guy at Fiverr for $5, and they can transcribe it into a blog. Or you could strip the audio, and now you got a podcast. So all of a sudden, that one 15-minute video becomes extremely valuable. And it saves you time of creating new content possibly. Because I'm just curious, how many people, because we're going to go over ideas, have no idea if they were going to go live stream right after this of what to do? Be honest, raise your hand.
What to do technically, or what to do
What to talk about, content. Don't wave your hand. I don't have 15 minutes yet.
I didn't do that.
My timekeeper, so.
I just know what to say on the list.
Live streams can be scheduled ahead of time now. There is softwares involved, which we're going to go over one of them that I'm getting involved with a lot more, that I can actually now schedule. I can interview somebody. Let's say I have a Tuesday, I am doing on my business page, I am interviewing a woman by the name of Gina Butler. She's known as Gigi's Cupcakes, the CEO who was on Undercover Boss. And she's coming on a live stream with me, and we're going to talk about the whole thing that she went through to build her business. And I schedule it beforehand, and people can get reminders through Facebook that it's going live in 5 minutes if they click the get reminder. So I can schedule these things up to a week in advance, and now promote the event of whatever I'm doing through anything else.
Do you still do it live?
Yeah, it's
At
going
the
to be
exact
live.
time, you just are telling people, hey, I'm going to be on a 3. Hey, I'm going to be on a 3.
Well, no, I'm not just saying I'm going to be on a 3. It's going to be a square box with a little box in the center. It says, click here for get reminder.
Okay.
And when they click get reminder, 5 minutes before it goes live, Facebook notifies you in your notifications that Robert C. Stern, the social leader, is about to go live in 5 minutes. I don't have to do anything. I'm there to promote it ahead of time and let people get the reminder and then get reminded it's going on live.
Is that automatic, or you have to set that
It's
up?
through Be Live, and we're going to talk BeLive.tv. That's one of the things that we talk about. So, okay, like any other reason in market, do you have a strategy? I'm just curious out of hands here, and please be honest, nobody's going to get in trouble. I don't pick on people, well, that much. But how many people have a strategy for their social media written out?
Working on it.
You win. You win. Just like any other marketing plan that you have for your business. I don't care what your business is, because you wrote out a marketing plan. You need a written strategy for each platform that you're going to be using. Not just a social media strategy. If you're going to use Facebook, you should have a written out plan for it. If you're going to use live streaming, a small written out plan. If you're going to do Twitter. And the reason I'm saying each one's different, because each platform is different. How you talk to people on each platform, the personality of the platform. If I relate the platforms to going out for drinks with friends, I know it's a weird analogy, but Facebook is hanging out at the dive bar having a few beers. Okay, that's what Facebook is.
How did you know?
Twitter is the really nutcase all the way over by the docks, hanging out with all those guys, drinking beers and kind of not sure what's going on, but everything moves really, really fast over by the ocean. LinkedIn is having martinis in the boardroom. Ooh. It's a different class. It's a different way to post. So every platform is different. So you need a strategy for those things. Okay? And that's why I'm saying a different strategy. Choose the platform where your target market is. And I'm going to add to this. For those of you that are in business, obviously everybody's in business here. There's two things that are needed to decide on your social media strategy. The first one, where's your target market people? What platform are they on? Okay, whether it's for live streaming or anything else, but what target are they on? What platform are they on? The second one is, what are you good at on social media? Are you good at being on camera and very easy to talk about things? Or are you better on written or graphics? Use the strengths you have where the platform that your people are and match those two together. If you're afraid to be on camera, don't go jump on live stream. Because that's where it's going to be. This is my first day on Periscope, by the way. Because they don't give directions on an app on the phone when you download it. You know, even a game, it's like, how do you do it? Hi. No, what am I supposed to do? Where did that heart come from? Does anybody hear me? Oh, you do hear me. Oh, wow, the texts are coming up. So you can hear me. It was like a deer in headlights for the first few days because I had no idea what this was. Nobody did. It was like, oh, Periscope. Oh, live streaming. Let's go try it out. Now it's become common nature. People understand it. People can do it. So let me go on because we got a lot. Okay, these are the main platforms that you're going to be involved with. There are others, don't get me wrong. And by the time I finish this thing at 5 o'clock, there'll probably be a new one.
Yeah.
Because that's how fast this changes. So, Facebook Live, listen, it's the elephant in the room. We all know it. If you're not on Facebook, 70% of customers are on every social media platform. 70% of your customers, I'm telling you right now, are on Facebook. I don't care what business you're in. Twitter and Periscope are combined. Periscope used to be a separate app. It would go over on Twitter to let people know. It used to just be its own app on the phone. I give it 6 to 9 months. You will be seeing this, and it will say Twitter Live. Because it's being incorporated into Twitter because Twitter bought it before it went live. They paid $100 million for the Periscope app before they even launched it. They knew what was coming. YouTube now has a YouTube Live. Not everybody has it yet from your phone. That's above her, so just be careful it doesn't fall on you because we're live streaming. Hi, everybody. YouTube now has the ability to go live also. Instagram has live. A lot of people forget about it. It is there and it's live. And this is the new baby on the block. Now, it is not its own program of live streaming Be Live. Whenever you do a Be Live, what we call it, a Be Live, I'm doing a Be Live, it broadcasts live to Facebook. But the difference is with a Be Live, you can do it by yourself, but you can have 2 windows with 2 people in it, and they just opened up a 3rd window. It's called a talk show.
So you could have 3 different devices recording, let's say in different rooms at the same time, but it would be live?
I can, like, I'm doing the Be Live on Tuesday with Gina, who's
Yeah.
in Tennessee.
Right.
So I send her a link, a private link, to join that live, and we will come on together and talk to each other. It'll be like Skyping. But
Except it's being
Facebook-
broadcasted on social media at the
But it's
same
going to be broadcasted on Facebook. Now, what's great about Be Live, they have a lot of little functions that people don't have. All the comments on your Facebook thread get fed into your Be Live browser. So you see the comments live. One extra part is, let's say you have questions. Your audience has a question for you or for the other person. In Be Live, I have a way of highlighting the question, and the question with the circle logo of the person that said it shows up on the screen. So if you show up in the middle of it, you know what we're talking about at that exact second. I'm answering that question. They also have a new format called Talk Show where I can bring people in and out. So in other words, if we were all in different areas, I have a green room with 9 to 10 people, and I have one that's going to show with me, Christine, and Karen, a slide shot of it, and where we did it live, and it's got a question right across the front of it. Christine was in, she's in New York, I'm in Northern Jersey, and Karen was in Southern Jersey, and we were all talking live about Social Media Day 2 weeks ago. And we were answering questions and doing things. So this is kind of, for those of you guys that knew about live streaming in the past couple of years ago, there was another system called Blab. I don't know if anybody had heard of it. It's 4 boxes, and everybody can talk and everything else. Unfortunately, rest in peace, Blab died in August of last year due to funding, due to management really, not just funding. So let's do this. 22 ideas of super productive live streaming and video content. So this is the most #1 question I get asked about live streaming. I don't know what to live stream. And I'm sitting there going, what do you do all day long? What do you do in your business? So we're gonna go over 22. I'm telling you right now, these are not the only 22. There's probably hundreds of ideas you could be doing. I'm giving you these 22 because I want you to kind of open your brain and think about things going on in your life and business that can be put out there. Nothing is too small, okay? Live streams in general should be anywhere between 3-4 minutes to whenever. And I'm saying that purposely. It all depends. Depends on the engagement you get. What happens if you wanted to come on for 5 minutes and you had 35, 40 people in the room and they constantly keep asking you really good questions? Are you going to cut them off? Now, if you have an appointment, I understand. Now, many people have said today, and I'm going to kind of bring things in from what you might have heard from other people, social media can be a time suck. Is that straightforward enough?
Yeah.
Okay, it can be, because you go on and you post your lovely picture or video or whatever you did. Well, while you're on it, let me just check in my messages. Let me just check the news feed. Oh, look, Rhonda got a new puppy! Next thing you know, 15, 20 minutes have gone by and you're like, I missed my phone call to that executive. So it can be a time suck. Now, there are major people that are on live streaming, and I was talking with Wayne Cabot before he left, and there is a gentleman from the New York Times, very well-known journalist, Nicholas Christopher. Thank you. And I've seen him do this a couple of times. He comes on, and he does Q&A, talks about whatever, you know, writers and journalists have a lot to talk about these days since January, actually since September. But what's happening is that he comes on, and what Wayne said was very true on the media side. We're talking more business here, but on the media side, it's kind of like, why should I live stream if I'm getting the same people that are listening to me live on the radio or watching me on TV? But the newspaper people are in a different boat because they're not really in with the public as much. So he comes on and does AMAs, Ask Me Anything. Okay? Talk, answers questions. And what he does is, I don't have one here with me, but this is an egg timer. I know it's not. And he goes, I got 40 minutes, let's go. When that bell rings, sorry guys, I gotta end. Plain, simple, to the point. He puts himself on a schedule. So you should know, if you have other appointments, put yourself on that schedule. Don't make live stream suck you in. Even if it's going crazy and you've got another appointment, guys, I have another appointment, but you know what? Since we did so much, I'll come back on tomorrow. Give them something to look forward to. So we're going to start beginning. I'm going to go over these 22 ideas. Wake up. Or I'm sending you back to Texas right now. I'm like free, so. All right, #1 thing. Post a Q&A. I just said it. Post a Q&A. Ask me about whatever you want. Have your audience ask you questions and answer them on the video, right on the live stream. This is me doing one back in January. It was a Saturday, late in the day, my daughter left to go to her mom's. I was bored. I'm sitting there going, what should I do? I said, I'll go live stream. And that's exactly what I did. So I live streamed, and I started answering questions. So I even wrote, it was a Friday. Friday, ask me anything. Let's talk social media for business. And I had people coming on and they were saying, what's going on with the new Twitter? What do I do to do this? I was answering questions. Does two things. Gets me exposure. It also shows your knowledge about your industry. Because let's go back to the basics. Why do people buy from you? They know you, they like you.
They trust you.
And how are they going to learn to trust you? What you say. What your knowledge is of what they're talking about. So, what do? I do this all the time, so beware.
I'm a marketing director for a law firm.
So a lawyer could come on, boy, that's dangerous. But he could come on to ask generalized questions with a statement up front saying you need to seek your own counsel if you're outside of the state of New Jersey, blah, blah, blah. He can put this little thing out there and can answer some basic things. He can't get into detail. But what that's doing is are you serious? 15 minutes already?
Wow.
No. So he can come on and talk about what he knows. Basically, I'm gonna have to skip a couple of things I was gonna have fun with. But, so hosting a Q&A. Next one, conduct an interview. This is my favorite interview of all time, I think. This woman is Amber Galloway, and she teaches deaf. And she is, Joe Rose is one of her people that she works with, and she is completely deaf. Amber works at concerts. She is the sign language interpreter at concerts, such as Billy Joel, Lady Gaga, and all these great people. But they all have those things there. But what they do is completely different. She gets into the music because she can hear. So she hears what's going on, and a deaf person can't, so she wants to interpret more of the feeling and emotion on it. So she turns around and goes, there's a bass guard playing a riff or whatever. So instead of the sign language of music's playing, and that's what it is, music's playing, she turns around and goes, music's playing. And she gets all these people riled up. There are people that actually watch her, not the concert, and they can hear. It's amazing. I did this thing. It was a conversation live with her. She was interpreting for her, and we had another person, she stepped away for a second, that was interpreting for her. So I had all the deaf people watching and everybody else in the deaf arena. This video, within 20 hours, had over 7,000 views.
Wow.
Because of what she does. And I just wanted to do it because I believed in what it was. I have a niece that's into interpretation and went to college for it, and she hooked me on to this. So interviews are amazing. Interview somebody who you admire, that's maybe involved in your industry. Interview somebody you look up to. Interview a coworker. Interview somebody who is big in your business that uses you. You can do an interview of any style. This is Be Live. So I'm able to put things on the screen with it. Okay? Show the day in the life. We all love to step inside someone else's shoes. So share what day in the life is from your business. I actually did this last week. I was out in Livingston. I was out at the town center. It was a Q&A, but I was out and about doing things, and I was telling people, hey, I'm over here doing this. I had to drop my daughter off, blah, blah, blah. I had a few minutes. Let's talk social media. By the way, I'm working on a new program. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. So I'm showing a day in the life of me out and back. Realtors can do this. Lawyers semi-do it. It just, that's the way it is. People, I mean, think about it. If somebody you're watching a video or a live stream and they're saying, hey, get involved with my job. You're curious. You'll check it out. It might be something you like. It might be something you don't like. And that's what's great about live streaming and video, by the way. If it's not content you like, there's a little X in the corner. You have the choice to get out of it if you don't like what you see. So, day in a life. Okay, conduct a public poll. Don't just put choices up. Don't just put the polling system up. Go up and ask people. I'm doing a poll. I can't decide. Here, this is a great one. Anybody have a brick and mortar shop? Mm-hmm. What type of shop? Jewelry store. Jewelry store. Your first name? Rick's gonna open up 2 more jewelry stores. I hope you do. But he's gotta make them. Go on live and say, you know guys, I'm at the new construction place, day in the life. We're debating on the color of the wall. Here's a stripe, here's a stripe, here's a stripe. Which color do you guys like best? It's a poll. Let them choose, involved in the conversation. Now imagine you choose one of them, don't give them 3 choices and then pull a 4th out of the hat and get your own way. But if a big bulk choose one, they're telling you what they like. So why wouldn't you do it? So it's giving you options to bring people into your job and do things that they like. Because if they like it, well, the odds are they're going to keep coming back to you. And if they keep coming back to you somewhere down the line, they're gonna buy from you. Because they're gonna be becoming that relationship. They're used to seeing you. So that's a way of doing a poll.
They're gonna feel like a partner?
They feel like a partner in it. You don't have to pay them, they pay you, but yeah. Share your opinion on a popular topic. Do not do religion. Do not do Trumpism politics. Because trust me, we all have our own opinions. Stay away from it on social media if you're doing business on social media. All right, especially the past 6 months that's been going on. Just stay out of it. But share your opinion. We call it polarizing content, okay? Is there something big going on in the world that applies to your industry? Or is there something new going on in your industry? What do you do?
I work in digital marketing.
All right, this is getting out of hand. What do you do?
I got one.
Digital?
No,
I got one.
no. A mother who is going to try to help his son out with recording music and.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. No, that's not. Why would I laugh at that? What's going on in the music industry right now?
A lot.
How about copyright law? How about people stealing your music and using it on videos? How about all these different industry type of things that you could be talking about? It doesn't have to be necessarily about your business, but keeping people up to date with everything that's going on in the industry. So, recap a blog post. I love this one. Who's got a blog in here? Ooh, I like it. Lots of blogs. What would happen if you took that blog post, take the top 4 or 5 things out of that blog post, do it as bullet points, and go do a live stream explaining it? Guess what you get to do after the live stream's over? Take the video and pop it back on the blog. Repurpose that video on the blog, and then reshoot the blog back out on Twitter and everything else, because guess what it just added to it? Video on a blog is Google Juice. It's the high C of the best juice in the world. Because you take the video and you upload it to YouTube, and then from YouTube you put it on your blog. That's what you could be doing. So all those old blogs that are a year old, 6 months old, that are still good today, you just repurpose them into a live stream and a video.
What's the content in terms of time on that?
What do you mean?
How long can you talk about each of the bullet points? What should be the length of it?
I purposely go in detail with my, I mean, I did this. This is, by the way, I'm going to tell you how I got here. Just a quick story. We're going over. I'm sorry. It's 5 o'clock. They're just going to a party in a keynote. Don't worry about it.
He's keeping it from the food, it's not me.
Don't look upset.
Okay, well said.
Okay, I got here because I wrote a blog called 22 Ideas to Live Stream and Do It. I turned that blog into oh, wait a minute. Look at that, 22 ideas for live streaming and video content.
Okay.
That was April 19th. My friend Karen saw it, Karen Yankovic. She immediately took this link and sent it to the organizers of here and said, why don't you have this guy? He lives in Jersey. Got a phone call within 20 hours of doing this live video, and they said, could you do this here? And I went, what date? What time? Let me see if I can squeeze it in. Worked out. That's why I'm here. So think about it. I wrote a blog. I turned 22 ideas, and I rambled the 20. In the beginning, I said the idea. I said a 2-3 sentence about it, and then I moved to the next idea because it's long. It's 22 ideas. I don't normally do 22 bullet points. Because Francis already told me after the third one, you guys are going to be like, oh, that was it. You know, why am I doing 22 ideas if you only listen to 3? But, and then at the end, I recapped them in fast because people come in midway and stuff like that. So, and I do that for a purpose, and I'm going to tell you this afterwards at the end. But this is an old blog from February on my site. April turned it into a live stream, and that's why I'm here today. So that shows you the power of it real fast. All right, tell a story. Now, I don't mean once upon a time, I don't mean green eggs and ham, but I've done that on live stream, so don't say that. Do you have an engaging story to share that relates to your business? Probably share your account of the story through video. You may exaggerate a little to make more engaging. Do you have a story about a client? Don't use names, but the experience you went through. Because again, this goes back to it, you were shaking your head before, the experience and showing what you've done with a client now brings back that trust factor and that knowledge of what you're doing, which now they get the knowledge, they get the situation of trusting you, and they get to like you. So now it's starting to build on this. So telling a story. These three people should look familiar. Me, Reddy over here, Christine, and Karen Yankovich. This was my Be Live live stream 2.5 weeks ago that we did to promote this event. Commentate on an event. Some of you might have seen me throughout the day. I came in and out of other people's, and I was live streaming them. Little clips, letting people know what was going on at Social Media Day in New Jersey. No.
I know you don't care, but I had to.
Tell what you want. Anybody use whiteboards? You could put this on a whiteboard. Focus your camera on a whiteboard and explain what you're doing.
Okay, can I just ask, because I use a whiteboard, how do you get the camera not to reverse it? All of my whiteboard stuff
Camera's
is
over there.
reverse.
Can I borrow your camera, King?
That-
When you look at it this way, it's going to reverse it if you
Right,
show
I
it like
know.
that.
I know.
So turn the camera around where it goes like that.
But then you don't see, you can't see, what do you mean turn the camera?
Turn to the reverse.
Do the reverse. You have a
Center
camera in the
frame.
front that focuses on you, and you have a camera here that focuses this way. So when you go take a picture of people, I do this, and I see the picture, but the camera's on this
Then
side.
when you flip it, you can't see what's...
No.
Right, you
If
can't
the
see
camera's
you can't
here-
see yourself in the frame, but you
Can't
can
see-
do Apple TV. You can connect to your TV or computer, and you can use that as a monitor.
Or you
won't
can
see
just
you, but you'll see the
talk
thing.
over it while you're writing and showing people.
Right.
So you're filming, you could start on you. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go on the whiteboard, boom, set it in the tray.
Okay, turn your camera.
This is what I'm doing, blah, 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 blah. And then come back over and switch it and go back. Thank you.
People will know you a lot.
Introduce your employees. You got employees. This guy Paratz, friend of mine, upstate New York, works with car dealerships. Hey, Mike, he was the employee of the month. He introduced him on live stream. It's again the history about the company. It's telling people about the company. Thank your audience. Big one. This is personal now. Why did I come on? Thank you for all the birthday wishes today on Facebook. I had 500 people right on my wall for happy birthday. So what did I do at the end of the day? I went on a video and I thanked everybody. Something simple. But it's meaningful if you think about it. You're creating those bonds. You're creating the relationships. And a lot of you are sitting there going, well, what does it have to do with business? Everything. Everything. We're not the ShamWow guy. We're not going to go 555-1919. If you order now, you get 2. We don't want to be that way on live streaming. Introduce your business. If you're starting something new or you got a new project or something going on, introduce it on live streaming. Because then remember, you can use this as a replay. And you can repurpose it out again. Going a little faster because I know I'm going to get the 1-minute warning soon. Sharing a big announcement. Whatever it is. Launch a new program, we're moving, I'm opening another store, I've hired new employees, anything that's big, announce it. Customer testimonials, you've heard this a couple of times from probably other people. Why not video them? Why not in your store or in your shop or when you're servicing or at a client, hey, I'm just curious, are you really happy with the service? Would you come on a live stream with me and just tell people what you're getting out of it? If it's a really good client and they really love you, why wouldn't they? The only reason they're not going to come on is because they don't want me on the camera.
Do you have to get a release for that?
Yeah.
I recommend it.
You can.
That's what they do.
Yeah. Just saying, it's okay to be on the live stream with such and such person, blah, 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 blah.
Easier.
And you can use it. How-tos for people in the service industry. Actually, you could use it in the jewelry store too. How to clean your jewelry and keep it shiny. Show people what to do. I do it all the time. I have a video on my Facebook video of me working on Canva and explaining how it works. How to. It's very simple things. If you do webinars, announce it and invite them on from the live stream. Talk about what the webinar is. Invite them to come onto the live stream, or at least to go to the link and check it out further. Sorry. I love this. Man on the street interview. Who remembers Jay Leno? Who was the 17th president? Who knows? Go out on the street and talk to people. What do you do?
I work for a computer software.
Okay. What type of
Rental
software?
software.
What is it?
Auto rental software.
Auto rental.
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to figure it out in my head. You could be going out in the street and talking about computer situations, about your industry. Have you ever used auto rental situations? What have you heard about them? What's going on? Get opinions. Find out from the public. And again, what Eileen said, anybody who's willing to get on camera with you, get the release. Would you come on camera and just answer a few questions to me about the computer industry? Would you come on camera and ask, about the retail jewelry situation? Predict any future trends that are going on. What's going on with your industry and where it's going?
Video.
It's a good thing I'm talking about it. Create a top 10 list.
Oh.
I used to do this on Periscope. I found the top 10 Periscopers of every week. They were crazy people. Oh my God. There was craziness going on. And some of them were so fun. I actually created a top 10 week with a PowerPoint slideshow that I showed on Periscope.
Oh my gosh.
I was on Periscope day one at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I was a very early adopter to this. I started doing this after 3 weeks. People were getting hundreds of new followers because everybody was coming and watching my top 10 Periscope.
Wow.
In the early days of Periscope, I had over 1,000 to 1,200 views live. And people did not know they were on the top 10. I didn't tell them ahead of time. So all of a sudden this girl messages me, "What did you do?" I said, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "I got like 50 new followers and they told me you said something." I said, "Go watch my old video."
So have them up. Can we go watch them?
Some of those are on my Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah. Show a step-by-step demonstration. It's kind of like a how-to. This was my step-by-step demonstration, and wow, I'll do that. Here is a step-by-step process to use Twitter's scheduling program. Yes, you can schedule tweets on Twitter from within its own platform. Now everybody's sitting there going, "You can?" Well, check out the video on my Facebook page. It gives you the direction on how to do it. News and recaps kind of go into industry trends, things like that. Being great content publisher doesn't always mean producing your own content from scratch. Sometimes you can regroup from other people's information and tag them on it and give them your opinion. But news and recaps of what's going on, I'm almost there.
You're good.
No.
Everybody said they were hanging out.
Unboxing items. Besides you, does anybody else have a store or services or products that you receive things sometimes for?
I just did this with a book somebody sent me, and I did it in my car. But
Okay? I helped a clothing store down in Florida through Periscope, actually. And what we did was, she used to get, UPS showed up, and boxes showed up. How do they get their merchandise? Well, guess what she did? She set up her phone. Guys, here's all the new merchandise. And showed everybody all the new stuff. Now you can do that in a service business by things that are coming on computer related. Hey, I got a new toy. Let's unbox it. Keeps people involved with you. Okay? I know there's questions, but I know we're on a little time thing, but I am going to hang out for a few minutes afterwards, not many. But anybody have a question right now real quick? No, you can't leave.
I'm not leaving. I actually have a real question.
Oh my goodness.
So, when you're doing this, if I have a business page and a personal page, because you would have put your thank you to your people, your 500 people on your personal page, right? So is there a difference if you're doing it on a
I
busy
go by an
page?
80-20 rule.
Ah.
On my personal page, 80% of my stuff that I post is personal. 20% is business. I kind of share it out for my business page. But I also do an 80-20 rule on my Facebook page. 80% is business. 20% is personal in the business. And I'll give you an example that you could live stream out. Who works here with a nonprofit, not for a nonprofit, but does things volunteering or anything else? Do you do it through your company? Why not live stream when your company is there, showing what your company is involved with, or what you're involved with, if you're self-employed or anything else? Realtors, KW's got their Red Cares. Some people just go out and work with the puppies or do food soup. Live stream that you're doing it. Very simple and easy, because now they're getting to know you again on a personal note. So I do both. I go back and forth. Like all the videos and stuff I was doing today, Kristen's I did for about till her first break in her thing, and I think I did that on my personal page, but Karen's I did for a little bit, and I did that on my business page. So I kind of move them around. Because I use my personal page for business also, in the sense of getting people to swap over to my business line. Yes?
When you said you were doing that day in the life of your business and you were compiling some video clips, how did you do that?
It wasn't live.
Right, but how did you put them together?
Well, no, I didn't compile video clips. A day in the life in the business could be, anybody remember when the woman stood up, she's not in the room, and said that they did the video of somebody walking in a package? Well, walk around your office. Walk around with the other people around.
But your one slide said compile them together.
Well, you can if you want to do a recorded video.
Right.
Then you want to use editing software. I use Camtasia. It is good for HP, which I use Windows. You can also use another form on the Mac side. There's what do you use?
Me?
Yeah, what do you use?
I just
Because you have Mac, I know that.
iMovie.
iMovie. There's different programs that you can get, anything ranging from 99 to, well, iMovie you can actually use free version already on your
And
phone.
on your phone.
Yeah.
I use iMovie on the phone probably more than I use anything else, including paid client work.
So there's many variations of different softwares that you can then edit in software and do things. Be careful about pictures and music that you do use.
Yes.
Do not go to Google and say, ooh, cool, butterflies. Let's see what pictures there are, and take that picture and use it. Because you might get a letter from Getty asking you for $900 about four months later. I did. When I was a realtor. And I had a blog. And I didn't know better in 2004. And I took something off the web, and I went to a friend of mine who was a lawyer. He read the letter, he said, go write a check.
Oh, man.
He said, there's no way out. You stole it from Google, you have to pay it. And I had to take it down. So I was like, wait, I'm paying it and I don't get to keep it?
But there's some free, you can get free music, free images, there's a lot of free stuff to use.
Go in Google, there's Pixabay, there's all these different sites that you can get free music and all these things. But if you're gonna use that for your pre-recorded stuff, make sure it's not copyrighted material. So,
I make your own.
any other questions?
Does that go for posting on Instagram? Should you
Everything.
still pictures right now?
Everything. All right. This is contact information. Leave me your business card. I'll send you the slideshow. And one other thing, if you go to my business page, facebook.com, social leader, I started a brand new Kickstart program for social media. It is a one-time fee that ends this Saturday. It doubles actually. It's $100. It's a private group, and there will be live stream training, everything continuous, ongoing. It's a one-time thing into the group. But on Saturday, after Saturday, it's going up to about, I think, 180 or 190. Facebook.com, the social leader. So it's right here. So I have it up there. Facebook.com, the social leader, my business page. It's called Kickstart Your Social Media. It's a special program I put together, and we'll probably have a couple hundred people in there, which will be fun. But it's going to be constant training every day on different things in social media. We could use Snapchat, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, all of them. So, we go way back. Oh, thank you, yeah. And if you give me your card, like I said, I'll get you slides. I'll get them out actually tomorrow.
Oh, my picture. I have to tell you though, like you were doing your nails during my talk and you were thinking, she's really bored. And then later you were like, that was amazing. And I was like, oh, good. That's so sweet. Like, you know, sometimes you just don't know. And these people listen like, they listen like that, but they just know how they listen. They get that listening phase. And I know that's how
When I was a trainer, when I saw people doing that, I'd throw candy at them.
Okay.
I would throw candy at them.
Because you think they're distracted.
Yeah, and I would throw candy. I would say, here, have some sugar.
There's my card.
Oh, awesome. Here's my
You can put it on YouTube. You can
Can I get myself out?
Are you here in Bergen? I'm in Bloomfield. I have a sorry. I have somebody.
You can use either. You gotta use your phone or unless you have a good camera that can go to your Facebook page.
And are you looking to expand, like to have shooters and you can do stuff like that?
Can I offer 32 seconds? I'm just running out. Can I get my son? You were like the girl at the restaurant. What is that?
Yes. I need people that they call them like ring lights. Amazon.
It's gonna be so much fun. She's adorable.
Lighting. When you're live, you just send it to your phone. No, it'll fit. It'll make Monday. Cool. You can put if you have a holder, if you can have a tripod. I put it on like when I teach on Zoom, so I click it on.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm usually close to you taking your purse. You know, it's all your
Yes.
you might get on it if you want to go.
Battery stuff. Walking in a front.
Yeah. There's a bunch of different companies. What do you teach?
I know.
I help people a while. You know, making funny videos.
And I always share them.
On my back. Exactly. So, and I think the personalities and the friendships are more important. So, no, what makes you funny to find out like 3 months later.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's a relationship.
I still don't have a picture of us.
Well, nice trying you. I mean, I know. You're so good.
Guys, I'm sorry, we're done. Bye.